to go into some news. I don't have much. The first thing is just a bit of Star Wars news. Damon Lindelof, who wrote Lost, is apparently working on a Star Wars movie project. Ooh. So I think Star Wars movies, we haven't had one in a while. There've been announcements of stuff, and then it's like, oh, like they announced Rogue Squadron. Yeah. And then it's been kind of like, oh, well, we're not doing it. It's kind of in limbo. They had the Rian Johnson trilogy. They had the Benioff and Weiss trilogy, and then everything's been scrapped. So apparently now there's a new movie that he's writing. What do you guys think of that? Is that something you're excited about?
It's just one movie?
It just says a Star Wars movie is what I read on it. Star Wars project.
I mean, I've loved like all of his work, so that is.
Yeah, I like his. I mean, Lost is one of my favorite shows, and so I like his stuff. So it'd be interesting.
Yeah,
probably going to be really good. Just the ending's going to suck. Just kidding.
So many unanswered questions.
I actually really like Lost. We're big fans of Lost, actually. I mean, I think one of the things that's kind of been going on is they're really scared to pull the trigger on a movie.
Yeah.
And so it's cool to hear that they're actually going to, maybe commit to this. So that's encouraging. Yeah. So it's nothing but positivity from me.
Yeah, Chube?
What about you, Chube?
I mean, sure. Yeah. I'm sure he could do something good. What else he did? He did what? Leftovers. He did what? The new Watchmen show. He did
movies,
Star Trek.
Yeah, movies he did. Didn't he do Prometheus?
He did do Prometheus.
Oh, wow.
I like Prometheus.
People hate that movie.
Yeah, but I like it, so I'm good with it.
It's a good movie. I like it too. But yeah, I mean, sure. Because that's the only one. We have that one. We've got the Taika Waititi, which who knows what that's going to be. And then the Kevin Feige produced one. So it's like we really have no idea what.
Star Wars.
He's in Mandalorian.
There we go. Perfect fit. That's why it's so good.
Yeah, which should be good. Like Corey said, the ending's going to suck.
Yeah.
Could be. The next thing, this happened last week. We didn't talk about it, or it happened earlier in the week. And so, but the DC movies all got pushed and pulled and changed.
Yeah.
So Shazam, which was going to come out next year, got pushed up, which is good because this movie has been filmed for a while.
Yeah.
So that got pushed up to December. It's going to go up against Avatar, which the director for
good luck
for Shazam like tweeted. He's like, oh yeah. He's like the big boys. He's like,
that's right.
He's like, I wouldn't be shocked if Avatar moved.
Yeah,
you know?
I love that. That's funny.
He's really cool on Twitter. But Shazam moved up. Aquaman and The Flash got pushed to 2003. 2003,
way back in time.
I told you guys it was The Flash, 2023.
That makes sense.
I mean, they've been making a Flash movie since.
That is true.
Excellent.
The Flash is in the summer. Aquaman is in March, and then Super Pets has a July 29th.
Dude,
my life
22.
is ruined.
Crystal's excited.
This year.
Yes. And then
Hot Dog.
And then Black Adam is pushed from, I think it was June originally. It got pushed to October.
Okay.
So you're still going to get some movies this year, but Aquaman, which was going to be in December, got pushed to next year. Flash, which was also going to be around that time, got pushed. So what do you guys think? You guys disappointed? You guys don't care?
Is it just Shazam and Black Adam then that we're getting this year?
Super Pets.
And Super Pets.
And Super Pets.
Yes.
Sorry.
Don't forget Super Pets.
Don't forget the
Keanu
mission.
Reeves as Batman? Come on.
Are you kidding me?
That was a great cast. During the trailer, I was like, wow, he's like,
great.
nails it.
Kevin Hart? Wow.
Shut up. He's just so dumb.
I thought that trailer was pretty not funny to me.
It was
I like the Keanu Reeves, but I was like, why are they standing out in the broad daylight? Just like, anyways.
It's Super Pets.
You're so stupid. It's a freaking kid's cartoon.
I couldn't care less.
Why isn't he in the Batcave and it was like all dark and only red colors?
I'm just saying it was just that one scene. Like, that's all. It was just like them having a conversation.
Yeah, but then when they talked about their trauma, it like went dark and stuff. That's the joke, Jonah.
If they don't have if they don't have a cut back to where his dad and mother died, it's not a good movie.
Is Keanu Reeves going to kill people in this movie? Is Batman going to kill? That's the real question.
Does he have himself a pet that is a dog? A dog that has a dog as a pet? And then they kill his pet dog and then he goes shooting everyone?
That's what he
You
never know.
Joker dog.
Oh.
gonna be.
What is the plot of this movie?
Who's the bad guy?
I don't know, but it takes place in a park the whole time.
Wait till July, guys.
According to
We'll
the
get our
trailer.
review.
Yeah.
Mick, do you have any thoughts on any of the?
I mean, it's a bummer that some stuff got pushed, but it's also good that Shazam got pushed up. I think that they obviously have reasons for it. I feel like we needed to see like Shazam before Flash, because I'm sure a lot will be changed after Flash. So it makes sense. I'm so excited for it. But
What are the odds that they're pushing Aquaman back and like the flashback to do a little bit of changes
100%.
based on
The
feedback?
Snyder Cut, baby.
Not maybe
Based on
not
a
that.
Snyder Cut?
No.
Maybe not
Okay.
that. Maybe not that. But maybe they want to open up connections with the movies or something
Stupid.
story wise. Maybe they add in a
Okay,
little
guys.
bit of something,
All right, this is what's going to
whether
happen.
it's Snyder Cut or something in the future. But I'm just saying, like, I think it's a good thing.
Wait,
I think it's a good
before
thing.
you go in, let me give my opinion.
Yeah, for
Because
sure,
this
for sure,
is
for
going to take freaking 10 hours.
No,
That'll take
no.
30
5
minutes,
minutes.
yeah.
5 minutes.
I think it's
We'll time you.
yeah, it's a bummer that because I was excited for Black Adam, but we'll still get to see
Yeah.
it this year, and I think maybe it fits better in like that kind of October fall time anyway. So I think that'll be good. I think I'm excited for Shazam to move forward because we
Yeah.
were even saying like, what? Why is that coming
should have
out in
already seen it.
2023? That
Yeah.
should have come out. But yeah, the director is pretty funny on Twitter. Like he was even like, oh shoot, he's like, I hadn't explained why their suits changed in the Shazam 2. I was just going to say Barry messed with the timeline. And Flash, he's like, but now I can't. So I'm just going to say there's a wizard because there's wizards involved. So that's all you get.
Okay.
But I thought that was pretty funny.
That's pretty
but
funny.
yeah, I think I think it's kind of a bummer because Aquaman. Wait, did either of you guys have Aquaman or Flash in your top 10?
I think I did.
There you
think I
go,
did
Jonah.
too.
Now you can move
I
it
had
to
Lord of the Rings, baby.
Put Lord of the Rings in.
Lord of the Rings.
I had Aquaman, I think, in there.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
Oh, now we'll have to backfill your most anticipated shoot. Super Pets.
Super fast.
Now I can put the Mario movie in there. All right. So if I'm looking at this from not an objective position, I think this is so the merger is going to happen.
When?
It happens in April.
Yeah, it's happening.
So it's close. They've already approved it. Things are happening. He's already been doing
Who's
stuff.
he?
Saslov, who's in charge.
Okay.
Ray Fisher has been saying stuff about the merger. People have been talking. I think what they're going to do with the
People are
Flash.
talking, making deals.
It's true. No, but here's the thing.
People have been talking.
There is a big contingent of DC fans that are boycotting these movies. They're boycotting
Snyder fans.
Batman because of what they did to Ray Fisher and stuff like that. And so people are saying unless Ray Fisher's in the Flash, they're not going to go watch it. I think what they're going to do is they're going to fire the guys that Ray Fisher has a problem with that screwed things up. And then they're going to put Ray Fisher in the Flash. I think this, even if it's just a cameo or a scene, but Andy Muschietti wanted Ray Fisher originally for his movie, and then Walter Hamada said that they couldn't put him in it and they had to cut him out of it. Ray Fisher came out and said that. So I think that's why they're pushing the flashback, because they're like, hey, if we do this, we have a big section of the fandom that will come and watch the movie now. The other thing that they're saying is changing is a while ago, they announced, or people were talking about that Ben Affleck's Batman was going to die in the Flash. And that was a big thing, like they were going to eliminate him. Now the rumor is that he doesn't die, and it actually sets stuff up for him to continue as Batman if he wants to. So there's Ezra Miller's come out and said stuff, like posted.
About Ben Affleck's Batman?
So when the articles came out about Ben Affleck dying in the movie, Ezra Miller put out the article, and then he just put like haha, like written all over it. And
like he's the Joker.
yes, exactly. And then there was another quote where he said, he put in the comment, he's like, talk about restoring the Snyderverse. So I think they're making changes. I think they're going to announce that Zack Snyder is going to come back to do stuff, and it's going to be an alternate timeline. So I think they're just going to tweak things so that stuff that happens, they still have a plan to moving forward. But I think the whole notion of it's going to erase all of Snyder's stuff isn't happening. I think they're going to tweak it to a point where it's going to separate and delineate what the Flash is, what Aquaman is, and that kind of stuff, and what Zack Snyder's world is. Then you can have Zack Snyder come out and do Justice League 2 and 3 and be done with his side of the story, and it would work in that multiverse. That's what I think is going to happen. That's why the Flash got pushed.
So you think they'll just start up a whole new universe, basically, it being its own existence?
I think what Flash does is he sets his stuff on a different timeline.
But same actors of a story. I don't know. It seems a little confusing to me. How would it exactly work out? So you have Ben Affleck playing two different Batmans then?
No, Ben Affleck's playing his... But
Aquaman and Batman, that universe is now in Peacemaker's universe too, and so like they're linked.
Right,
so that's one timeline.
That's a different one. That's a different world.
So
and you can have the same actors play different things, but it's
okay.
Zack Snyder's stuff.
They look exactly the same.
Zack Snyder's stuff would just be Zack Snyder stuff. So you'd have Man of
Like
Steel,
really dark,
Batman
can't
v
see
Superman,
anything, lots
Zack
of
Snyder's
slow-mo.
Justice League,
No dogs.
No part.
Justice League 2, and then the final movie. He'd have his 5 movies that would be that's his arc. That's his story. Everything else could be its own thing. Does that make sense? So Aquaman isn't tied. Aquaman 1 and 2 isn't tied to Zack Snyder's. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think it's hard for them. I wonder how they'll delineate, between the two. I feel like it might be a little convoluted and like
Zack
confused.
Snyder frame. You know what I mean?
I think
That's square, yeah.
I actually think it's pretty easy. All you do is you say Zack Snyder's Justice. Like people know what Zack's is.
Yeah.
Like his
It's
arc,
like
his
Tom
5
Clancy's
movies.
games. It's going to be Zack Snyder's
Basically.
Batman. Zack Snyder's.
But and I think if Ben Affleck
that
does his
works, I
solo
guess.
movie, it would be like this is separate from Robert Pattinson's stuff. Everyone would know that.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't
One
be.
of
But you know a lot easier because it's a different actor. It's a totally different look
Right.
and feel. So,
And I think they've done it. They're already doing
they're
it
very
anyway.
different look and feel. It's just the same actors and the same outfits. That's the only problem that I see.
Right. But I'm just saying, if you do it with, like, I think most people could understand this is like the continuation of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And if you have,
Giving people a lot
I
of
think
credit.
they're already doing it with like the Joker, right? So they have Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, doesn't have a Batman in there, but they're going to do a sequel and they're going to have a Joker in Robert Pattinson's Batman universe. And there might be a Joker and there's already Jared Leto's Jokers and Zack Snyder's. To me, it's like, we're at the point where it's like people just go to a movie and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it, right? So I just think
But those aren't the same, right? Because they don't have overlapping actors playing the same roles. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm just
I know what you're saying.
That's the only little thing that I see happening, but that'd be cool.
yeah. So
I'm down.
the other thing is they're saying that
He's over 5 minutes.
yeah, for
sure.
because you guys have been interacting with me. The other
have
thing
been.
is that
This is what this podcast is about.
Zaslav. They're
I'm
saying,
sorry. I'll shut up now.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
saying
I'm
that
sorry.
that Zaslav has reached out to Henry Cavill, and that they're gonna do stuff with Henry Cavill as Superman, which is a good thing.
It's about dang time.
So that's the other rumor that maybe they're adding him into the Flash and these other things instead of having a floating head, or a floating body with no head
Man,
that
that
they've
was-
been doing.
That was so weird.
Like they're actually, or what they did with Peacemaker.
Peacemaker was so
where
weird.
like Superman's
man.
just like floating there, and
It
you're
was like almost creepy.
yeah.
It felt so weird because there was two very charismatic characters that were real, and then you had this like weird ghoul.
There's a perfect shadow on his face.
And then
So
Wonder Woman was the
weird.
same thing.
She was the
she's
shadow
just a-
too.
yeah.
That was so weird,
So,
man.
anyways, that's
Yeah.
all I have to say. I think things are happening. I think things will be announced here pretty soon. A lot of things have been coming out that you're like, why is this happening? Why are people teasing these things? Like I said, Joe Manganiello is posting stuff again.
My boy.
Now,
Let's go.
where
Guys trying to
before-
get paid.
So I'm
That's
just
why.
saying,
Heck yeah, dude.
I think things are happening, and as I say, as I always say,
Let Snyder reign.
hope never dies, guys. I say this all the time
Hail
on the
Snyder.
podcast.
all the time.
Like all my friends know that I'm always saying hope never dies.
your
Like it's my catchphrase.
I'll say this about the whole Snyder movement is that it's kind of refreshing as far as like when it comes to internet content is that everyone's complaining about stuff, and yeah, they complain about stuff, but they're working for a very positive cause, and they just like this. They like this director, they like cinematography, they like the storytelling, and they just like that, and so it's a positive movement, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
So I'm down. But you're right. They do
But
complain.
They literally review bomb any other movie that's not Zack Snyder.
No.
That aspect where it's it felt like
They
a
don't
minority.
review bomb?
No, there's like we talk about this in every fandom. There are idiots, and so you have idiot Snyder fans who will go and review bomb stuff, but you have idiot Snyder fans. So here's an example: a movie came out, and a bunch of people went and review bombed it, and they were saying like, release the Snyder cut, but they were misspelling Zack Snyder's name. Like a bunch of people did it, and it was the same thing. And it's like, this isn't a Snyder fan. Like these are people that are going as if they're Snyder fans because and they were calling him Zack Snyder with an S. Like everyone knows how you spell Zack Snyder if you're a Snyder fan. They were calling him Zack Snyder. Like it's ridiculous.
A Spaceballs version of his
I think
stuff.
I
Zack
think
Snyder's.
there is an element where people tend to exaggerate or say like, oh, the Snyder fans are coming after me. And the reality is, for example, there's a lot of things out there where critics and other people have made fun of the fact that Autumn committed suicide. And they say that kind of stuff. And then Snyder fans go up and say, hey, this is wrong. And then they're like, oh, the Snyder cults found me. And they're like, these guys now they're bullying me. But it's like, well, you're saying stuff that you shouldn't be saying. So I think there's the minority that do stupid things. I think the vast majority, it's been a positive movement. And part of that is the amount of money that has been raised for suicide awareness and all the things they do is kind of the biggest thing. And that's what Zack Snyder has come out and said. He's like, hey, they've raised so much money for suicide awareness. And he's like, they're saving lives. I think in every fandom, there's idiots, but I think the vast majority of Snyder fans do a good job and they get a bad rap because of some idiots. The same thing with Star Wars fans. Same thing with Marvel fans.
Yeah, it's with everything. Because, I mean, people are going to look at gaming, be like, look at all this terrible, all this harassment, all these bad things that are happening. And it's like, well, that's the minority for gamers. Like, same idea. Yeah. Like, the amount of money that's raised every year for charities and relief funds and everything through gaming events far outweighs the negative stuff that you see. But the negative is always very loud.
And they always get the attention.
Yeah.
Because you have one idiot that does something.
I saw stuff on Twitter where they're like, don't watch the Batman, boycott it. Like, we don't want it to do well no matter what. And it's like, stupid.
That's Jonas fans right there.
No, that's a group.
But that's the negativity that's being amplified. And no one's, there's going to be more people talking about the bad stuff than the good stuff. And that's just how the internet works, sadly. Yeah. But so,
I hope they make the Zack Snyder stuff so I don't have to hear about it for the rest of my life.
I think a fan of it, though.
I do like it. But
we do have some Zack Snyder fans that listen to the show, so we want to make sure that you understand. Josh isn't always negative against Snyder. He likes Zack Snyder.
I like Zack Snyder's
He just kind
movies.
of tries to poke me a little bit.
I hate everything that goes along
the part
with
of the negative part of the movement, which is like alienating everything else and saying, no, nothing else can be good.
Right.
This is the perfect movie.
I mean, aside from the Suicide Squad, you can review bomb that. But like to be like, we're not going to watch the Batman because there can only be one Batman and it's Zack Snyder's version. It's like,
no, but
those are the fake Zack.
No. But see, here's the thing. I disagree with that they're boycotting Batman, but they're not boycotting because they just think there's only one. The reason they're boycotting is because they believe the stuff that Ray Fisher said, that Walter Hamada has tried to like be racist. Like they believe that. They say accountability over entertainment. So they're refusing to watch the movie until Walter Hamada is fired because they say he benefits from the movie doing well. So that's a completely different thing than saying because we want to see Ben Affleck. No, they're saying we think that what Ray Fisher said is right, that Walter Hamada tried to throw him under the bus, ruin his career, tried to get him to stop so that they could protect Jeff Johns.
Here's the problem.
And so that's why they're taking that stance. It's not because this Batman sucks. It's because a lot of them have said we'd watch this if it weren't for Walter Hamada having his name on the movie. That's the difference, I think.
Obviously, we all know this, but like obviously the problem there is you're trying to get redemption for one person versus hurting everyone else who worked
agreed.
on the movie.
And that's what I've said.
That's terrible.
Like when
Also,
I've had
Walter
arguments.
Hamada made money off of the Zack Snyder stuff too.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's going to make money no
You're not
matter
going to
what.
boycott the Zack Snyder stuff.
Well,
because-
that's I know
so
that's
it's
what I'm
like
saying.
it's-
I mean, for me, that's why I think it's dumb.
Interesting point.
Like I've said that with guys. I'm like, I've watched it multiple times. I was like, Matt Reeves. I was like, the fact that Zack Snyder.
they stripped you of your rank.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's a minority. Like the people that are boycotting are a minority. They're still passionate about Zack Snyder, and I don't think they're doing it like. I don't think they're just saying it like they have their stance that they're taking, right? Some of them are like aggressive, and but other ones that I've talked to are like, "Hey, man, if you want to do it, that's you. We just don't want to do that." And I think that's fine. Everyone can make their decisions, but I just think there is kind of that element where there are the few that are like that you're saying that might review bomb or stuff like that, and then someone takes a screenshot and that gets all the retweets, and there you have like me, a huge Snyder fan who's watched and enjoyed the Batman, and there's a lot of other Snyder fans that were always putting hashtag restore the Snyderverse and still supporting Matt Reeves, but all the attention is going to go to the minority that's saying like boycott, boycott, boycott. And that's ends up what happening is people make articles that are like, look at these Snyder fans, the cultists. And what ends up happening is they focus on the minority
Shoe fits.
and ignore the aspect of the vast majority of them are like, yes, we still support Zack Snyder. And we do want Walter Hamada out and Jeff Johns out and a Toby Emmerich. And we think that's what's going to happen with Discovery. But at the same time, like we still support the Batman.
What's going to happen when
different.
Discovery takes over and they're like Jeff Johns, CEO?
Jeff Johns is gone.
So to bring it back to our original discussion point, who do you guys believe that Zack Snyder will be brought back to do his own stuff? Mick, what do you think the odds are, or whatever you want to say? Do you think so?
Things
No.
are tough, man. He's wearing a Zack Snyder sweatshirt.
What is your heart? What does your gut tell you?
Don't let me.
There's a
influence you.
merger. Jonah's influencing you.
Jonah sounds like my gut a lot of times, so I'm going to go with. Yes, I think. I think so.
It sounds like indigestion.
I think this the not shying away of using the IP and the images and just the characters that he's created, I think kind of tells something. It's a little bit of something. But I mean, also, fans are, vocal and if I was WB, I might be, taking advantage of what I have instead of just trying to create new stuff all the time.
Yeah.
You have an IP and you can do something. So I don't know. I think the odds are a little better than 50-50, maybe 55% chance.
I'll take it.
do you
Choop is a
think,
no.
Josh?
I hope so.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
what do you
that'd
think the
be
odds
cool.
are? You think it's 50-50, less than, like
I think it's probably a
30%
little
chance?
less than.
Okay. 40%, something like that.
I just find it hard to believe that. I don't know. Once this merger happens, that everything's magically going to be like, all right,
Right.
we're
think-
all full blast. We
Yeah.
can go. I don't know.
I think the difference is Zaslav and Discovery have seen numbers. And so they know not only the physical media numbers keeps selling. Like, say what you want about Zack Snyder fans. I've bought the Snyder Cut on 3 different things. The Steelbook, all 3 movies.
Say what you want about Snyder fans. They're not financially responsible.
No, but we buy, like, we give, like, we
They don't have a budget.
we support stuff that
We'll
we
take
like.
loans out to get limited edition stuff.
And I think that, like, they've seen
Hey, there you
numbers,
go.
they've
Sure.
seen the actual
Passionate
numbers
fans
that
matter.
it's done on HBO Max.
Yeah.
They've seen the numbers that it does on, like, hashtags on Twitter. That's a big thing. And so I think Zaslav even said in one of his interviews, like when they were talking to the shareholders, he says he specifically mentioned Zack Snyder's Justice League as an IP that they were going to develop. Like, he talked about Wonder Woman, he talked about Batman, he talked about Superman, and then he said, and Zack Snyder's Justice League as something to expand on. Other people around the world, the HBO Max head from Europe said the global phenomenon that is Zack Snyder's Justice League. They had a presentation. The thing is, there's bad blood in the U.S. with the people that are in charge Toby Emmerich, Hamada. So they have decided that because of their egos, they're not going to give Zack Snyder his due. But everywhere else, it's a huge thing. In India, it broke records. In Canada, it broke records. In Russia, it broke records. All over this world. So I just think they've seen numbers and they see, yes, why wouldn't we do this? He's coming in with a clean slate. He doesn't have any of that stuff, baggage with stuff. And I think he's going to make the decision. And he's even said his number one goal is to repair the things the broken relationships that happened with the last people in charge. Namely, Christopher Nolan, who went to Paramount, right? Paramount. And Zack Snyder, who went to Netflix. So I think it's all...
Okay, so what's
Two
your
not very
percentage
good
chance?
directors.
87%.
All right, sounds good. High likelihood
Yes.
there.
That is
Man,
very
we haven't
high.
had a Snyder tangent in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about time we
Trying
have
to get it
one.
out of our
It's
system.
good. It's good to let him vent and get his stuff. But there has been a lot of talk on Twitter and stuff like that. Thanks to you, I see it all now. I even have you muted, but I still see it. It's crazy, dude. And I'm becoming a Snyder head, bro. I'm
Good,
just
I like it.
I'm getting bought over to the dark side.
It's only a matter of time. Everyone goes over eventually.
I'll get you a shirt.
See, he's trying to recruit me, dude.
I know.
Hey, the money goes to suicide awareness. So.
Okay, all right.
As long
Sounds
as you don't buy knockoff ones.
I know I did. I made the mistake of doing that.
good. Oof, don't admit to that. All right.
I didn't even know.
No, that's fine.
I don't have anything else.
it?
Do you guys have? Did you want to say something, Choop, about the state of
game
play or
on,
something?
Yeah. So state of play for on PlayStation on Thursday, they're doing a state of play. I don't remember how long they said. Maybe 30-minute,
I think, yeah, half hour.
probably half hour to them talking, maybe 15 minutes of gameplay for the new Harry Potter game. Harry Potter Legacy?
Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts
Hogwarts
Legacy.
And that comes out this year.
It's
That's what they
supposed
said,
to.
end of the year. So
Supposed to. It's
They
in my
also-
top 10.
Well, they also announced Gotham Knights is coming out this year.
Gotham Knights.
Officially got a release date.
That was also my top 10.
So it looks like we're gonna have some games.
So that'll be fun to finally see some
Dude.
gameplay because we've only seen a little bit of a brief trailer,
Yeah.
just like going through Hogwarts.
barely some gameplay. So yeah,
Gameplay-
I'm looking forward to it.
Gameplay is critical. Like just seeing the gameplay is going to be so critical for me to like even get a gauge on whether or not I'm going to be excited about this game.
Yeah.
Because like, how do you make Harry Potter like
Cool.
fun mechanically? Not cool. It's kind of cool, but like it like how because there's been previous iterations and it comes off clunky and just cheesy. And the games, to be fair, were just like lower budget and just like kiddie.
How are you
But
going to levitate that feather? You know.
Right.
They missed their opportunity by making it for the Wii.
Yeah.
Use the Wii to-
Exactly. Yeah.
What about the PlayStation Move?
Oh yeah, they should get that.
Integrated into
Yeah,
that?
it should be
Does that work
VR.
on PS5?
I don't think so.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see it. When is it?
Thursday.
Thursday. Sweet.
So yeah, that'll be
Fingers
exciting.
crossed on that one.
Hopefully it looks good.
Yeah. I have high hopes.
I mean, you'll get it anyways.
I mean,
Right? There's no way Crystal
there's
doesn't
no
buy
way
it.
Crystal's going to buy it. Yeah, Crystal's going to buy it for sure.
Yeah.
Whether or not I'll play
I
it,
mean-
who knows?
Amelia will probably buy it, and we don't even have a PS5.
You can just look at the
What's wrong with you people?
I don't
Can't
buy
play it, still buy it.
What's wrong with you? You don't have a PS5 yet?
No, I'm saying, why would you buy something you can't play?
I tried to get one this morning and failed, so
Really? You're still trying? How do you not get one?
it's hard.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't have money.
Get good, son.
Just go camp
Before.
at Best Buy, dude, on Wednesdays.
They don't have coming in.
They don't come in person.
What?
You have to buy them all
Yeah,
online.
it's all online.
Oh, man.
Oh, you have to like
You gotta fight the
reserve it
bots.
online?
Yeah, and the thing is like, oh, they're dropping on Walmart in 10 minutes, and then you get there and you're like, add to cart, and it's like sold out.
Target.
Yeah.
Target's the one.
Okay.
Make an account and save your credit card so that you
I already
have it
have
all
that,
set
yeah.
up. Okay, cool. Nice. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks.
It's tough. You gotta learn how to code.
I'm
Make
doing
a
it
bot.
basically so I have a 4K player. I got all these 4K steelbooks, guys.
You can buy a 4K player for like $100.
Well, because I'm also gonna play some games like
There's
when
10 of those at Walmart.
when they make Red Dead Redemption 3. You know, got to
In
play
10
that.
years.
You don't play games, dude. All right, stop lying. to
Breath of the
yourself.
Wild 2 is on my most anticipated
You gonna play
list.
that on the PS5?
Now I have a Switch for that.
That's right. Nice. That'll be exciting. What was it called? Game On? What was it called?
Game
State of
Watch.
play.
State of Play. Why do I keep saying Game On? Game On. Nice. That'll be exciting. Some stuff to look forward to this week.
Yeah. Faux show.
Awesome. Well, that'll do it for the news. I think if Next week, we're going to announce our giveaway. I'll commit to doing that next week. And so, hop on that subscription train to get entered into it. You don't know what you're entered into, but it will be some art of some sort. We haven't decided which.
I think we decided it's an Ahsoka print that we decided to do. So Crystal's going to give us an Ahsoka print, and then we'll have her information too, so you can subscribe to her page and stuff. But we're just going to do YouTube, right? Subscribe to YouTube, and that's how you're entered.
You'll find out.
Okay.
Might be multiple ways to enter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe a scavenger hunt.
Ooh. Scavenger hunt. All around.
You need a hashtag restore the Snyderverse.
Yeah. Scavenger hunt in the 10 largest
Pomada
cities in the
out.
United States.
Yeah, you'll have multiple ways to basically get a raffle ticket for it. So
Cool.
if you like Facebook, if you follow Twitter, if you follow Crystal, all those things will enter you into it. So
Nice.
it'll be fun.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Look forward to that.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for hanging out with us this week, guys. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Later.